Sac fait. Yo, we lost to the Nick Nurse era. Tough pill to swallow. Ooh. Tough pill to swallow. So, I'm actually still digesting the loss that we had from Chicago. That was never supposed to be an L. I know we choked a few times. We made mistakes defensively. We're jumping when we shouldn't be jumping. I'm still processing all of it. But losing to Philly is more personal. Do I hate Nick? No, I just don't want to lose to Philly. Philly on its own is the team that I don't like to lose to. Brotherly love. No, I just don't like losing to them. Everything, all plays, all defensive strategies, all offense, half court, you name it, goes out the water. As long as we lose, it's already a problem for me. So I'm gonna have to work on that. That's gonna be something I need to work on. We lost. That L is ours. It's too bad that we don't have OG. I know he's injured. I feel for this guy. Yeah, he's playing for a contract. He's doing this. He wants to be more responsibility. He always gets injured. Always. I'm not blaming the man. I'm just stating what it is that he goes through. When it's time for him to show, he's out. He missed the playoff run when we won the championship. He's missed. I don't want to say he's missed more playing games than, meaning him being injured more than he was playing, but it does seem like it. It does seem like it. Anyhow, we have to move on, right? Precious now is injured as well. Or, it's going to be lingering. So these are two guys that are actually trying to play for a contract. Where Masai is smart, he didn't settle and give them what they wanted. He's saying, show me what you got, and we'll go from there. I know we should never take injuries, but availability is the best, you know what it is, right? So, anyhow, back to the Philly L. What we need to do, it's like, you know what? Maxi's the issue, boy. Maxi's a problem. I know he could shoot. I always thought that, his shooting was always good against the Raptors. Everybody's always good against the Raptors. Shooting against the Raptors, specifically, a lot of players are always, they don't exist for, let's just say they play us twice a year for 80 games. But then in the whatever games they play against the Raptors, this guy's like a starter. It's annoying. I'm not even going to bring up names like Valentine or Slow Mo from what's his name, who played for China during the summer. There's a bunch of guys like that. They don't exist. They don't make the rotation until they play the Raptors. It irks me. But all this to say, Maxi, he can shoot. He can shoot, and the reason I'm talking about shot, forget the speed, forget how actually he can get through traffic. He can shoot. And that kills, because you're not only you don't want him to beat you off the dribble. You don't, it's like I think honestly what I would have is like whoever is a threat scoring either at the point guard or the two, I'm putting pressure on Maxi in defense. I know on the road it's going to be a risk, but at home you should be able to get some calls, as bad as it is to play here in Toronto, but we should have, some decent amount of calls. I have to assume. I know it's not a conspiracy anymore. It's like I can't even get over the Chicago. I still can't get over it. Like, I don't watch any games. Like right now, my football's playing. I'm watching a football game, Washington versus Philly. It's really good. I have no skin in the game. It's just the game is playing. But I don't watch my sports with audios. I don't need their stats, I watch it just to see, okay, who's running the play, is it the defense that's actually causing issues, what's going on, right? But when you watch it with, the commentators, you're likely to be influenced by what they're saying. And if they're peeved, they're peeved. If they're happy, they're happy. And you just can't really be objective. So I just don't watch it with any audio. But what you're seeing with the Raptors, going back to the Raptors, these calls, you're like, hold on. I don't need to hear the whistle to know that there's a call. But you're seeing things like, hold on. Like, I saw that same play on the other side. There was no call. And now currently against the Raptors, I know Raptors are my team. But you're seeing it. I could pause, rewind. I'm like, yeah, that was the same play. Why isn't it being called the same way on both sides of the court? And it's so annoying. It's so annoying because you know that it's never an advantage really being a Raptor. And players always elude from saying that just because they don't want to get fined. But really and truly, there's a negative connotation of playing for the Raptors with I'm going to say the NBA, because the NBA will protect the refs and the refs. So it's really irking when you see them. You're like, what? Why is it so hard for you to follow your the rules of reffing? Just if the feet are moving, that's not a charge. If you stay put, then fine. So you're like, you can't be backpedaling and say that, oh, that's a charge. No. Unless he's extending his arm to push the player, it's not a charge. It's a foul. So anyhow, I'm not going to dwell on that. We already know that we have to play. So we have to beat, as a Raptor, you have to beat your competition. You have to win, or else you might lose if it comes close to the end of the game. And it's not just, it's true. And we also like to give those types of game away, unfortunately. Free throws we're missing like there's no tomorrow. The threes, like, who said, who? I think I see a lot of shots being taken by Dennis, and yeah, he's doing a decent job in hitting his threes when it counts. I didn't dwell on who played well. I'm happy Gradey did well. He finally broke out. He hit multiple threes. It was great to see. Hopefully that's gonna continue building his confidence. But overall, you know what? We got some growth to do. And that's how I'm seeing it. So you know what? I'm going to stop right now. This is like 2 games worth of everything of that I felt and saw. Let's go. Raptors, we're better than this. Let's go. I don't want to be watching, Nick Nurse doing well, Milwaukee doing well, which they will definitely do so. Maxi's going to be the reason why the team's doing well for Philly. Dame is going to, from what I could see, the Greek Freak is going to have a good time now having Dame there. Not for defense, but for closing and offense. So, at the end of the day, I don't want to be watching these guys flourish as we're actually struggling. So, forget the refs. We have to full out beat the teams that we're playing so that we can get through and do what we got to do. Pascal's doing his thing. I know he's still not the all-star Pascal that we need, but let's go. Let's go, Raptors. Let's go.